is going on, fam and friends? It's Sunday night. We're about to get into it. It's Sunday. It's Mark Pires.
I was walking
and this is the longest running daily variety show.
He's my mind and how my living.
The Mark Inspires Show. How is everybody doing?
Driving next to me. Look how the open road affects us.
Let's dance! Sunday night!
So many perfect ways.
So many perfect ways to spend my days. It hit me. There's something to live for. We got Matt Zabrowski in the house tonight. What's that? No, he's here every night. No, Joanne. They were asking me if he's here special. It's a special appearance from Matt Zabrowski tonight. What's that? No, Joanne, nobody can hear you over the wheeze.
Oh, I was walking down the road today, looking.
Yeah, no, Matt Zabrowski is a fixture here on the show. He's been here 1,755 days in a row. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne! I can't really hear you well, a little bit, but no, Zabrowski's been here for the entire run with me. He did it too. What? Okay, sure. Joanne says she's more impressed with Zabrowski's run than mine. Zabrowski does a woohoo. Grammy-worthy, it is, but he just does a woohoo. I do a show, full show, writing songs, and comedies. We're here in the moment. And you like Zabrowski's run more than me? That says something, Joanne. It says a lot. What's that, Zabrowski? No. Thanks, Zabrowski. Zabrowski says he thinks I'm the tops. You know what, Zabrowski? You're the tops. Best woohoo guy in the game. What? No. I know Frederick Schnavenschnitzen, he's really good too, but like, you're the guy, you know? Schnavenschnitzen, that dude, he's doing it, you know? He's on the rise. Next time you're looking on the woohoo charts, you're going to see Zabrowski at the top, of course, but Vic Schnavenschnitzen, he's like right on Zabrowski's tail. What's that? No, Joanne, Vic Schnavenschnitzen didn't call me back. Joanne said, do you have him as a backup just in case Zabrowski gets sick one day? He just can't do the woohoo. You know, his throat's not good. He didn't drink enough yoo-hoo before the woohoo. Maybe you have Schnavenschnitzen as a backup woohoo guy. You know, it's a little chip on my shoulder, Joanne, that he hasn't called back. Who does Vic Schnavenschnitzen think he is? Yeah, you think he could just shade the Mark Inspire Show 1,755 days in a row? Matt Zabrowski. Vic Schnavenschnitzen. That's how it's disrespect at this point for Zabrowski. You guys should be emailing Vic Schnavenschnitzen like crazy right now. And like, what are you doing? You're not going to respond to Mark Inspires? He needs you as a backup in case Zabrowski, you know, he can't make it in one night. Do you think you're Zabrowski or something, Schnavenschnitzen? You guys type it in. You said it. Oh, Vic Schnaven. Yeah, Trish wants me to know how to spell Vic Schnavenschnitzen. I'll give it to you. It's Vic Schnavenschnitzen. You know, it's really simple. Oh, Zabrowski. Before we, you know, replace you with Schnavenschnitzen, can you woohoo us? Woohoo! You still got it, kid. You still got it. Yeah. What's that? No, John. Vic Schnavenschnitzen, being John, wants to see if he can have Vic Schnavenschnitzen on. He doesn't think your woohoo is good enough. Being John's hitting us with some words for the song of the night from the top. The old herparoo. You know, sometimes when you're out there and you're thinking about sharing a drink, and then you see Vic Schnavenschnitzen's, you know, like assistant, and she's got one of those things on her upper lip, you know. You're like, what's that? She's like, oh, I just, you know, I burned my lip on a cigarette. Yeah, sure you did. Yep, there we go. Trish nailed it. Yeah. Guys, when you're wondering how to spell Vic Schnavenschnitzen, Trish has it in the chat. When you do the chat replay, because you're probably watching this right now, you're like, I wonder how to spell Vic Schnavenschnitzen. Just do the chat replay. It's on there. Trish Killian gave it to you. Google search of the evening, the Knabenschnitzen, like it's going wild. You know, when you check out the trending, trending keywords, the Knabenschnitzen, top 3. What's that, Joanne? Joanne says she thinks it's top 2. Joanne, I'm surprised I heard anything over that wheeze. Guys, it's Sunday night here on the Mark and Pires show. I've been here for 1,755 days in a row. And in case you're here and you're like, what's going on? Who's Zabrowski? Who's Joanne? Well, you see Joanne. She's a freaking pile of muck, and she wheezes. But Zabrowski is the greatest woohoo guy in the game. I'll just give you the background. In 2006, I recorded the album Something to Live For. 13 songs. It's a really awesome album. It's the start of what's 209 songs on iTunes and Spotify. Those first 13 were in the studio. And Zabrowski was my drummer. What's that, Zabrowski? No, Zabrowski, you were great. He goes, did I do a good job? Yeah, you were really good. The woohoo was the best, though. You got a Grammy for it. So we joked that Zabrowski got a Grammy for his woohoo, because at the end of the song Something to Live For, which is our opener every single day, that's Zabrowski rocking it on the drums right there. Go ahead, Zabrowski. Oh, yeah. And then that's me playing everything else on my guitar synthesizer and me singing and all the vocal looping like we do here every night. But so at the end of the song, Zabrowski was so moved by that song that he did a woohoo. And when we were recording or editing down the album, the engineer swiped that out. And I go, where's that woohoo? And he goes, what are you talking about? I was like, that woohoo at the end of Something to Live For. I was like, where did you do? He's like, oh, I pulled that out. It's got to be ready for radio. I was like, no, motherfucker, are you kidding me? You put that woohoo back in. That's better than the song. Like, that woohoo is so powerful. There's so much love in that woohoo. And so I made Brian Smith put that back into the edit. So at the end of that song now, every single show, we have a woohoo that lifts us up a level. And so it's become comedy, over the last almost 5 years in a row. Every day there's a new bit about what Zabrowski does with his woohoo. And Joanne, of course, is destroying it with the wheeze and with that double nose weird eye thing she's got going on. Plus, Joanne, what's with that mole by your left eye? We haven't talked about the mole yet. I'm certain of that. We've done a lot on you, a lot of content on you, Joanne. Nothing on the mole. Mole people. Zabrowski, good call. Zabrowski's from New York City. He goes, we have mole people in New York City. I heard about that. They live underground. Joanne, maybe you should live underground. You got the face, for underground living. Just saying, Some people are like, oh, he's got a face for radio. Like, Joanne, she's got a face for underground living. You should be living in a basement like a certain president, I'm just saying out loud what we all know and believe, but we can't say or else we'll be condemned and canceled and ridiculed, But guys, that's what we got going on here. So for 1,755 days in a row, I show up here and we just create comedy out of nothing. We live in this moment and we write a lot of music. You heard one of them. This is something. This thing's just fire, I'll tell you. Dropping you. We don't need Joanne for this part of the show. It's BeatSeat time. And there was a question yesterday about the BeatSeat with the Gibson wood. This right here is the BeatSeat with the Gibson wood. Very cool story. In 2019, we went to Nashville, and we were part of something called NAMM. NAMM is the National Association of Music Merchants. And basically anybody that's everybody in the music industry goes to NAMM and they promote their products, their new instruments or whatever it is, or their new guitars. Gibson's there, Martin's there, Taylor, every company that you could think of that's in the music industry, every drum company, they're all there. And so we went there with my drum, the BeatSeat, and it was tough because we were thrown in the corner with all the drummers. And this is a box. They got people playing drums around us, and nobody could hear the real power of this thing because I didn't really understand how NAMM worked. So I went down there with 3 BeatSeats, and we just basically laid them out and just let people jam out on them. And again, it was so much going on around us because everybody's promoting their drum kits and cymbals and all this stuff. And we're a box without any amplification. You couldn't have amplification there. That's a little better. So we wind up, even though that was the case, I didn't have headphones so people could listen to what they're doing. I still walked away and we got an editor's choice, selection, which is massive. To have that badge of, NAMM's Editor's Choice Award is really cool, because what they saw about this drum, what anybody who walked over and had the time to mess with it saw, is it's the first drum in the world that you could sit completely upright and play with your hand without having to bend over. You're sitting comfortably upright. There's no other drum on the planet that you could do that with. You have to buy all these other pieces. You got to buy pedals in order to get the cajon to sound like what my BeatSeat sounds like. And it doesn't even sound as good, because what I have here is essentially it's like an auditorium chamber inside the BeatSeat. You could see underneath here over on the left, those are 5 BeatSeats. It's wider at the back, different. We're dropping frames. I don't freaking know why. I hate this freaking crap. Every day I'm dropping freaking, you know what? I'm going to just kick us off of TikTok. Maybe that'll help, as we're just pushing out too much. Let's see, I'm going to shut that off. Come on. So the BeatSeat allows you to play with your entire body. That's something that doesn't exist until I invented this. So, when you create something that is different and something that you can amplify your musical abilities and creativity with, it's a game changer. So I patented this. It's the only drum in the world that you could sit upright, play with your hands and feet. So like you hit it everywhere. It just sounds different. I play with my guitar. I'll show you what that's like. And the other thing I don't talk about enough with the BeatSeat, and something people really need to understand, is the BeatSeat is also a sensory therapy drum. So it's for people with autism. It's for people with a special need, people with a mental block, and even cancer recovery. I mean, this is the ultimate drum. And I've seen children light up who have autism when they see this, when they start playing this drum. And right now, I'll just show you on my phone, because I can't, unfortunately, I didn't download these yet, but I'm working on these BeatSeats. I showed you yesterday what they were looking like. Let me see if I could zoom in and show you. Come on, dude. I took a couple photos. That's the best I got so far until I can. Okay, let me see if I could do this better. There we go. So this is what we do with the sensory therapy BeatSeat. So you have I guess you would call it like a therapist, music therapist in the room with a bunch of people who have autism. And instead of that music therapist playing a BeatSeat and everybody else is holding a different instrument, some tambourine, a shaker, whatever, everybody's sitting on a BeatSeat. And what makes everybody sitting on a BeatSeat so special is it's not you're just sitting on a BeatSeat and they're all different colors like these over here. They're all different colors like this. Can you see that? Yeah. So it's kind of hard for me to, yeah. So that front is not showing you, it's really yellow, but it's showing blue for some reason because I'm on green screen. But so we have a yellow front, red face, green top, blue sides, and the other sides are red, and the back is yellow. So you have essentially a primary color BeatSeat. So now you can use the BeatSeat as a teaching tool. You could use this BeatSeat as a connection to another little child. You sit across from that child or even a young adult and you say, hit the red panel. Good job, Tommy. Kick the left panel, the blue panel. That's awesome, Tommy. Now kick the blue panel. Yep. And now hit the red panel too with your hand. Oh, that's so great, Tommy. Now you're connecting with the child with music. Not only that, here's the thing about the BeatSeat that no one understands. What makes the BeatSeat a sensory therapy drum? Every time I hit it, I feel it. I feel that. And then I feel it in my hand, the vibration, and all these different sounds. They have different frequencies, different vibrations, which penetrate the wood, and it just vibrates through the body. And if you're a child with autism, this is the ultimate drum. You need it. BeatSeat.rocks. Order yours. You can order 2. You get the combo package. You get the one big one, the one small one, and you can connect with your child. You know, the thing that I'm really struggling with is children with autism, people with autism. It's hard to connect, and people don't even know how to connect. And there's all these different tools, all these different theories, but you need one more tool. You need one more shot at connecting you don't have right now. And you have that with the ultimate percussion drum. It's a connection to another individual. I often reflect on the fact that I'm the host of the longest running daily variety and positivity show. A show that's intending to affect a positive change one person at a time. And I have a drum that could affect a positive change in the life of a child, one child at a time. Is that coincidental that the person who shows up every day for almost 5 years to try to heal this world wants to heal children without intending it? I had no idea this was a sensory therapy drum. I had no idea that this could affect the lives of children. I just thought it's a great drum that I could play music with. It wasn't until I was at a party and one of my daughter's friends who happens to suffer with autism, and the mother came by and we're all playing BeatSeats. I had the kids all playing. And she came over, she goes, you know you have a sensory therapy drum? And I go, what's that? What's that? What's a sensory therapy drum? Oh, something that could connect to a child who can't connect? I invented something that can make a connection? That's what this show is. This show is about us making a connection on a daily basis for an hour. We live in the light, we create something, and that is special. These words are creation. This drum is creation. But I'll tell you what, none of it takes place unless you can separate yourselves from the negativity of this world and arrive here in the second with me. And take the journey. I don't know where we're going. But I've been showing up for 1755. It's out the next turn. So who's on board? mellow Sunday night jam. Let me just listen real quick. Jam, guys. Good jam. Sunday night jamaroo. It wasn't blues tonight. Well, there was some blues in there, right? I mean, I play blues. I don't know what I play. I play Mark Inspires music. I play Mark Pires live in the ball, taking a song and doing whatever the friggin' heck with it. You know? But I don't know what genre I am. I have no idea. Because it's a live looping craziness thing. Like, it's insane the amount of songs I put out, but if you go and listen, the genres are all freaking over the place. I got like this crazy like Spanish style thing, and then you got this like Incan thing where I do this like the Peru song is like off the charts, you know, and then there's all these crazy songs that are just so different. Everything's so different. There's a lot of stuff that's similar vibe, you know, singer-songwriter vibe. There's some crazy stuff in there. Lots of guitar playing, I have to say, you know. And that's, I think, my favorite addition over the last 15 years is being able to tear it up on the guitar. Like I always wanted to be able to do that. I wanted to be able to phrase out what I hear in my head. You know what I mean? Bring it out. And I was never able to do that. I mean, I was always starting and then I couldn't finish the phrase. I'd have a great start to something. I just couldn't get that last note I heard. I didn't know where it was. And even now, sometimes I'm missing because I don't know anything about music. I'm just playing off of feel and off of how, literally it's just all of touch. But I don't know anything. I don't know any of the notes. I know nothing. I just jam on the guitar. There's 6 strings. There's like 22 frets, something like that. And I just move around it, you know, and we just play and have a good time every night. So I'll change this title. We didn't get around to a Zoom call. I got into a little bit too much jamming. But you know what? On a Sunday night, sometimes you need to shut it all off and just close your eyes and listen to some not acoustic, but really light guitar, like really mellow but jamming stuff on top of it. Like it's cool. There's something nice about a vibe that's really mellow, but then there's like crazy passionate positivity like jamming within that mellowness. So it's just rising. The levels are rising and moving up and down. And I think that's my favorite thing about improvising is allowing this second to just continue to push through me and pulse. And within that, it's going to be change and different emotions are coming out within the music, you know. So I hope you enjoyed the jam tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. Remember, we're here every single day. So if you could do me a favor and make sure all notifications are turned on for my channel, you could do that right next to my name. There's a little bell. Just click that. And if it says all turned on, you're good to go. If it doesn't, just click the all button on. Okay. And if you haven't yet, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment after the video, and Barella, my brother, leaving a comment in the chat as your final comment for the video doesn't help the video. I think you know that, but I think it was a joke. But if you can, leave your final comment of the night under the video, because that is what actually could help us get more people to come and hopefully interact with your comment, interact with the show, and continue to grow. We've been gaining some followers over the last couple of days, which is nice because something on Instagram has gone kind of wild. That's the Bible thing I did. I put it out on all platforms, and Facebook shared it over to Instagram, and all of a sudden I got like 8,000 followers in a couple days, which is nice because these are new people that have never seen me. They have no idea I exist. So I'm trying to reach out to as many of them as possible, let them know to come here and join us. Some of them have followed through and done that. But guys, that just proves to me if we can get anything to be seen, people will join us. People will like what we put out. They just don't have a chance to see it. So we have to get creative and figure out how we break outside of that and get people to see this show, to see pieces of content from this show. I think it's going to be a matter of you guys clipping things yourself. You can do that now here on YouTube. Right on the bottom, there's a little, looks like a sign, like a little clip thing. Click that. You could take any part of the show from tonight. A jam, you could take a part where I was saying something passionate before the show, the Joanne bit, or even here, and share it on your page, or just clip it out to a couple friends. Hey guys, have you seen this guy yet? Most likely you haven't. Come and join us. Every night we're here. This is a ridiculous run. 1,756 days in a row, 55 days in a row. I have to laugh when I think about how many days you guys have joined and been here with me. And there's like a thing. If you go to YouTube and you click what's live, you just click live and you see like they'll just show you people that are live right now. For 1,755 days in a row, they've never shown anybody that I'm live. How ridiculous is that? I'm the most consistent guy on their platform. And in that live now thing, they've never put me in there. That's just stupid, right? It's just insanity, really. So if you can, guys, Helen Miller, thank you so much. You are amazing and you are awesome. I hope to see you tomorrow when we do this all over again. Oh, goodness, guys. 1756. We have tons of music coming out this week. And remember, please, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Mark Inspires TV channel. You can actually click on the corner of my page now. There's a bunch of links there. The first one now is the Mark Inspires TV channel, so you guys can go over there. It's a backup channel, just in case things go bad here. We have the Mark Inspires TV channel. There's only 40 subscribers right now, so if you guys can do me a favor and subscribe there, that is the channel that's going to get most of the new posts, because all the stuff that's here on this channel that nobody ever saw is being regurgitated on that platform as new. And it is all new. You guys never saw any of it. So Shark Tank, the Scammer Payback parody, Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud, all these things are going to be dropped. Some of them have already been dropped. The fart on the elevator. There's so much crazy stuff that's being re-released over on the Mark Inspires TV channel. So if you didn't see it the first time around here, and you likely didn't, it's going to be re-released. Don't worry about it. Not everything, just the stuff that has nothing to do with politics. We're keeping that platform totally virgin. It's comedy, it's music, but nothing to do with politics. None of my impressions except for the ones that have nothing to do with politics. So you hear my Christopher Walken, you hear my Al Pacino, my Owen Wilson, but I won't do the people that you guys used to love me do. Let's, here on my channel, but, I just can't do the political stuff anymore because it gets us nowhere. We're turning off half the country, even though this show is the ultimate positivity channel. So we need to shut that off and find a way. What content can I create that brings the entire world together? Now, remember, there's always going to be a large group of people, the negative people that don't want anything to do with positivity. So they will shun me. They will try to see if they can, talk crap, whatever it is, about a guy who shows up every day trying to put some positivity out there. They don't like that. They're the destructors. Remember, there's two types of people in this world. There are creators, and there are people who pull down the creators because they can't. They can't create. And that's the reality. Everything that you see is someone created it, and then there's a bunch of shit talkers around them who can't do it, and they're like, wow, that's not good. There's a great clip of Steve Jobs sitting in some symposium. This is before Apple was massive, and some piece of garbage is sitting in the crowd who clearly can't do anything. He's like some coder who could never figure out how to do something massive, and he starts trying to rip down Steve Jobs in front of the crowd. And Steve Jobs handles it such a professional. He says, look, I'm going to learn, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes, I've learned a lot already in this, this run here, trying to figure that. And, if we didn't make this mistake, we wouldn't have gotten here. And he's like, and so he totally shoots the guy down. But the reality was there is a creator on stage, and there's an asshole in the crowd who's trying to rip him down because he can't create. That's the world we live in today. So the one thing I can say is there are people who love creators. There are people who value the fact that there's something being done that they can't do. There's always going to be that small group that says, I could do that. That person sucks. I could do it better. Even if they can or if they can't, doesn't matter. They're just going to try to rip you down. Yeah, Helen knows it. So the reality is, whoever you run across in life, try to support the creators. Those people are trying to lift you up with something unique, something that's genuine, authentic, something that happens live in the moment. This BeatSeat, this invention of mine, the only reason it happened is because I was able to step outside of this second that's crazy and negative and say, wait, there's a solution to a problem here. And, that's a small thing. But in general, guys, I keep showing up, I think, because I'm having so much fun doing this. And I think it's a shame that other people aren't able to feel that energy that's coming through me, through the screen. And you guys are going to be the catalyst. Remember that. You guys are the catalyst. You guys are the ones who will bring the masses in. We go back to old school here on this show. This is a green movement. When they had the old, it's called like a grass movement, like what people are out there on the streets talking about something in order to get others excited. That's what this show is going to be. I just want to give you guys an idea. Like, seriously, you guys, I'm hoping, are going to be the ones. But there's going to be people out on the streets, like, just pumped about this show. And like, have you guys heard about this show that's live every freaking day since December 31st, 2018? Positivity, live music, comedy in the moment, every single day, no script. It's like SNL meets Tony Robbins meets, Saturday Night Live. I said that already. Dave Matthews, John Mayer vibe, And we're doing it all here. And I think that the SNL stuff we do here is pretty freaking crazy. Green screen. We got a green screen, I love my green screen. How's everybody doing out there? Chewed it. Renee chewed it. So guys, remember, tomorrow we'll be back and we're going to have a lot of fun like we do every night. If you missed the first half of the show, crazy music. The intro with Joanne was pretty hilarious. I think I'm going to drop that tomorrow, as well as the description about the BeatSeat being a sensory therapy drum. I think that's important for people to know. There's a lot of people out there that are connected to others who do not have access to the BeatSeat. They don't know about it. And they have a child who can't connect. They have all these different things they're trying to connect their kid with, other instruments and other things like blocks or whatever. And if it works, that's great. But most times it's not. And they need something else to try. I got a drum with unlimited tones. It vibrates when you hit it. And it's so exciting to hit like this, the tones. Here's the thing about the BeatSeat that's like a creativity builder. When you hear, like, just for example, listen to this. That's a bass. That's a kick drum. That's a kick drum, guys. When I hear that kick drum while I'm playing, that thing pumps me. You hear a guy with someone with special, some sort of autism, and you're feeling your whole body shaking, first of all. The bass is so low that you get this really, really crazy, like, low vibration on the drum. Here's the other side of the drum. It's a kick and a snare. It's a kick and a snare with your feet. And you don't need any pedals. But for guys, I get, like, totally jazzed when I hear the sounds coming out of this box. I don't even need to play my guitar. I can just... It's crazy. It's like a drummer in the room. But it's not a drummer, it's your feet. It's the best. People don't know, like, if you play music, you'll know this. When you play with another musician, they amplify your game. Like, you're playing and you could play well. But as soon as someone comes in the room that's really good on an instrument, they just take you from here to here. Because all of a sudden, the creativity is swirling in the room. You can feel the energy flowing, That is what this drum is. You don't need the other musician in the room. You are the other musician in the room. And it costs you like $500, $400, $500 to get a BeatSeat. And you could be the other musician in the room. You take it everywhere and anywhere. It's got a grab and go bar in the back. So you just grab the thing and go. They're not super heavy. You grab your guitar in one hand, BeatSeat in the other, and you take it everywhere. It's the greatest instrument in the world. Look at that. Jim says, do I have pedals on my... no, absolutely not. I don't need to. But you do it. I'll show you here, guys, in case, because Jim has one. Jim has a BeatSeat. Thank you, Jim, for being a supporter of the BeatSeat.rocks. Let me just do this real quick because this is obviously a background that's annoying the hell out of me. There we go. So the BeatSeat, I just put my toes right up against the side of it. You lift them off the ground a little, toes off the side, and then it's like a hinge. All you're doing is... And then you have your hand... BeatSeat! Guys, BeatSeat.rocks. Order yours. I'll build it for you. It's an energy builder. It's a positivity builder, just like this show. So if you can tell somebody about the show, tell them about the BeatSeat as well. And remember, I will be back tomorrow. If you're here, say goodnight. Remember, this is the longest running daily variety show. 1,755 days in a row. Oh, goodness. Sometimes when you're doing it. If you haven't hit the like yet, guys, right? It's not a hard thing. Your thumb works. Trust me, it works. I'm going to look and see if the numbers go up at all on the thumbs up. Did we miss a thumbs up or two? Could have been. I got Barella in the house. I got Bradley Smith in the house with me. Guys, Bradley Smith is the ultimate comment leaver. Just, you want to try to one-up somebody? Bradley Smith. You got to try to do one more comment than Bradley Smith tonight. He's leaving a comment right after the show. And I bet you right now he's telling you in the chat, leave a comment after the show. Thumbs up it, you know? Share. Oh, goodness. What's that, Joanne? No, sorry, Joanne. I hear something, but I just can't understand the words coming out of your mouth because of the wheeze. It's a birth defect. Guys, you know, we're dealing with it. Guys, Deb Denny's in the house. I got Helen Miller in the house with me as well. I love it. And we've got Jim Leacone. Guys, if you're doing solar, you got to call Jim. He's the man. Solar Jim. Look him up. Guys, kill it and grill it. No, I'm just telling you, go out there and kill it, and then you go grill it. What's that? Oh, no, kill it. Yeah, sorry, Joanne. Joanne says kill it and grill it is here as well. I was just telling you, go out there and kill it and then grill it. You got to go out there and do it, you know. You're getting a deer. You're getting a buck. Getting a moose. Whatever, you know, bear. It's lions and tigers. Whatever you got to go with. You got to kill it and then grill it, you know. And by the way, hi, kill it and grill it. Just totally separate deal, by the way. I didn't even realize he was here. Anyway, guys, Kiwi Lass is here. Kiwi, you rock. I'm still waiting for that dozen. You know, the golden kiwi. I want the golden ones. I don't want the green kiwi. I want the golden kiwi. All right? Renee Woods, you are amazing. I hope that everything's going well today and better than it was a couple days ago. Because you know what? Life is crazy. There's ups, there's downs. Sometimes there's really far downs. But the thing is, there will always be a moment in the future where you look back with gratitude that you had the strength to keep going and to stay positive when all odds were against you. So remember that we are here with you, Renee Woods. Keep that smile and keep that positivity within you. We love you. And that's what I think Joanne wants to say. Joanne, do you have something to say to Renee as well about it? Joanne! Stop wheezing. I can't understand anything you're saying. Renee, sorry, I don't know what she's saying. You can check the teleprompter. She's putting it in the chat right now. Joanne, send it in chat. Nobody can hear you. I have to create a Joanne, like, you know, so when we leave some comment, wheeze, you know, I'll just put wheeze in there and say Joanne Soros. Oh, someone's got to do that. Someone's got to come in here tomorrow with the username Joanne Soros. That'll be freaking mental. Oh, goodness. I got to do it before somebody else does. I'm going into it. No, I'm just kidding. But someone should be Joanne. They should get the photo and they should be Joanne in the chat, right? Someone in the family members should do that. That'd be just mental. Absolutely love that. S. Coop in the house. Thank you so much for alerting everybody to the BeatSeat, alerting them to turn on notifications. Guys, right next to my name, it should say, you know, subscribe or whatever, and just check that notifications are on. And if they're not on, do that for me, please. I appreciate it. After 17:55, it's the one favor you could do. Well, what's that, Joanne? No, yeah, okay. Joanne said you could also come back tomorrow and listen to her wheeze. Joanne, nobody wants to hear your wheeze, though. They're not here for that. Maybe you are. I don't know. Trish Killian. Right, guys? Trish Killian's husband is responsible for Wheezy McGee back there, you know? I said, you know what? I really need a Joanne, a real Joanne, because I've been yelling at her for years now, you know? And of course, Rich Killian said, I got it, you know? Mm-hmm. The mole, extra touch. That was an extra touch. Rich threw the mole in there next to the left eye. It's a brilliant. That's a touch of genius right there, you know? The moo-moo, that is also a nice move on that one. Pastels. You know, Joanne, you're looking pastel-y tonight. What's that? No, sorry, pasty, I meant to say. You know? Virginia! Woo! Ed Wharton Fussell. Guys, if you're hearing Wharton Fistle's in the room with you, it's a good night for everybody. You know? Just remember that. And Barella's going to be the first one to leave a message after the show on the actual show, not in the chat. And he's going to jokingly say, guys, this is my message, my last message of the night for the show here in the chat. But he's just joking. You'll see. He's going to leave 15 messages, actually. Each one's going to be just one letter. It's going to read like this. It's going to be like, hi, everybody. My name is Barella. It's going to go one letter at a time. So when you look at it in the chat, you're like sidewaysing it. And you're like, oh, it says, hi, everybody. My name is Barella. 37 comments. He's a real trooper, that Barella. Barella, you know. He's always trying to lift it up, you know, with positivity. And then that weird little goose game he does where he puts his message in comment, you know. The weird one is when he did the Christopher Walken, you know, watch speech in comment form, letter by letter. 7,243 comments on that one video. B-U-T-C-H, Butch. Your father. You know, he's doing it all, writing it out, you know, in comment form. That one went viral because of Barella leaving so many comments on it. YouTubers like, just this one must be a really good video. There's 6,437 comments. What do they say? I don't know. It's letters. What do you mean? I don't know. We started to try to transcribe it. You ever seen Pulp Fiction? You know? Wow, guys, you come down. Have a good time. Of course. Christopher Walken. You talk the talk. But can you walk the walk? Oh. Joanne. What's that? I know, Joanne. Joanne said dead on. Oh, goodness, Joanne. Wheezing it out, you know? Until tomorrow, fam and friends. You got to go away, yeah. This song is available on iTunes and Spotify with 208 more. See you tomorrow. You got to go away, yeah. Have a great night, fam.